This is Matthew Hawken for School Community Relations. This is Chapter 3, Understanding My Community. It was really interesting to be able to research not only my school, but my district, my city, county, state, and to find out a lot of different information about my community. So it's been really exciting to be able to go and learn all those things. Starting with the customs and traditions, my school, which is Swallows Charter Academy, is located in the town of Pueblo West, which is a booming town. A lot of its growth has happened within the last 10 years, so it really has exploded, and it's continuing to grow and grow and grow. There are many military families that live in Pueblo West because the Fort Carson base is only about a half hour away, and so because of our location being kind of out and more rural, more families are moving there to be able to have more space. Again, like I said, a very rural area. They like their space and privacy. It's very racially diverse. Several churches have been constructed recently, again, because the town is booming. And it's a very broad class, very low to middle to upper class. It's all in there in the town. Which can make things pretty interesting, and I'll come back to that in a little bit later. So since my school is a charter school, many parents and families choose us over public schools. So we have a lot of support by the families in our school, which is a great thing. We do have a lot of support as faculty and staff. Our school is ran out of a previous grocery store, so our facilities are always changing, which is understood by the community. We have done a lot with what we have, but we are currently in the process of trying to construct our own building. So we have very humble beginnings. Since the school is only about 12 years old, we are still in the growing process. The characteristics of our population. Our school is comprised of the following: 1% Asian, 28% Hispanic, and 71% Caucasian students. I looked up the males and females, and it's pretty evenly split, with 49.8% female and 50.2% male. As far as the city, Pueblo, which is about 10 minutes away from Pueblo West, is home to the steel mill, which has been there for decades. So it's only about the mill itself is about 20 minutes away, and many citizens are employed through the steel mill. Again, we have also many military families that live in Pueblo West. As I did more research, I found that in Colorado, 65.5% of the houses are owned. 34.5% are rented, just to give you an idea of the economic portion of it, which I found kind of fascinating. And the median age in Colorado is 36.1 years old. The communication channels within our school, the internet is a big resource, whether it be email, social media, web pages. It's most commonly used within our school, along with we do have a lot of newsletters from staff members, whether it be administration or teachers. Again, you have your local news channels, radio stations, and newspapers. They frequently report information about our school district, which is School District 70. Many schools in our district have families with English as a second language, but that really doesn't pertain to our school. We do not have that. Again, like I said before, teachers have web pages, so I have my own personal web page within the district website, and I'm expected to update that daily with any information, including homework that can be useful for the success of children, meaning the family's children. And it's been a very good resource for me because I'm able to communicate directly with the families, and they can check the web page every night to make sure that their students are writing everything in their planners that needs to get done, and so parents can know each day exactly what's expected of their child for the next day. The community groups that we have in our area, we do have a very strong parent-teacher organization, PTO, because we do require parent volunteer hours to be in our charter school, which I think has been a very big benefit. So each parent is looking to volunteer their hours, and many choose to join the PTO. So we have great support there. One thing that makes our school unique is we do have a parent school board. which is comprised of not only parents but administration as well. So the parents do have a strong say in administrative matters, and that goes back to the very basis of why the charter school was formed in the first place. Parents wanted to have a little bit more of an opinion of what happens in the school, which can be a double-edged sword at times. We do have a newly formed booster program to help fund a new school facility, which has been formed by parents. Again, we are in the process of trying to build a new facility for our school, which is a K through 12 school. The leadership of our school. Even though we are a charter school, we are still under the umbrella of the district, so we still are a part of District 70. Even though we are a charter school, we have a little bit more freedom. And, to be completely honest, there is a rocky history between our school and the district. Within the last, like I said, 10 to 12 years, there have been a few issues between the school and the district. So we are trying to, I guess you could say, heal that relationship. Our current administration has been in for about 3 years, and there's been a lot less turnover than there has been in the past. And I think that we are trying to work on that relationship with the district, so that we can have a good professional relationship moving forward. Again, we have our parent school board, which I talked about earlier, which is a democratic setup where parents can run actually to sit on the board. So different parents who are interested and want to sit on that board can actually run for that office. Together, the parent board and our administration work together to do what is best for the school. So, like I said, it can be a double-edged sword at times, but when you have the interest of the parents, of the students, and the administration working together, you get a lot of different, I guess you could say, points of view as to what needs to be done, which is in the best interests of the children. So it's a unique setup, but it works. It really does. The community leaders' characteristics. As far as our community leaders, what I've learned is we have been working with the leaders to receive what's called the VEST grant here in Colorado, which is a $14 million grant, which we just found out a few weeks ago we did not receive. We've worked, our administration has worked very hard to apply for that grant. So it wasn't the greatest news, but we are, still looking forward. But we are talking with the community leaders in order to build a gym for next year. That's really what we're trying to create. So we are working with our community leaders to do that. And we are expected to network, whether it be teachers, whoever it is, with anyone we know in order to get funding for any future projects. That's what our administrator said. You can't be too humble. You can ask anybody, and we are really in that process of doing all that we can to network with our community members, community leaders, anybody to with any help of funding, so that we can get our new facility going. The economic conditions has been. It was actually really interesting to read through the economic conditions of my city and state. The median household income for Pueblo County is $41,273, which was surprising to me. I thought it would be higher than that, because the state average is $57,685. So there is quite a difference in the median household income between our county and the state. Our unemployment rate is 6% for the county and 5% for the state of Colorado. There is families under the poverty level in Pueblo County is 13.8%, which is well above the state average, which is 8.7. So it's very interesting to see kind of where we fall in line with the rest of the state in those areas, which was very surprising. Which is low. It is low, and unemployment is higher, and our median income and poverty level are I guess you could say worse than the state, which is kind of an eye-opener. The political structure, from what I have been able to gather, our county has recently been leaning toward the left end of the spectrum, Democratic. The tax rates that I was able to find for the city was 3.5%, for the county was 1%, and the state was 2.9%. And upon my research, I was able to figure out, for the state, 3 of the last 4 governors have been Democrats. So from the research that I was able to find is that, we are more, I guess you could say, liberal than other states and other areas. The social tensions that we have, that I've been able to find and know about, gangs are present in the city of Pueblo, which is about 10 minutes away from Pueblo West. And I don't know if I made that clear. Pueblo West is different than Pueblo. Pueblo West is really trying to branch out and become its own city from Pueblo, which they've been able to. They're really on track to do within the last few years. So some of this information was in the actual city of Pueblo. The socioeconomic classes or cliques are present, which I have been able to find due to a wide variety of household incomes. Like I said, we have in our school from low to medium to high class, and due to incomes, and there are some differences and challenges that poses to certain people within our school. But I do believe that we are a very diverse community, a very diverse school. And I think, from my point of view, it just enriches the community in which we live. I absolutely love where I work and where I live, and I think it's a great place to be. And all the diversity, I think, should be celebrated, and I think it can be a good thing, because what a boring place we would be in if we all had the same backgrounds, the same knowledge, the same everything. I think it's just a great thing to be able to have all the diversity in our school. And like I said, I really learned a lot from this exercise, and it was fascinating to be able to use the new technology and to find out all this information. And I appreciate it. Thank you.